hello. Hello, hello.
All right, I guess we're on. Hey everybody, welcome to our Facebook Live. Ashley Stroehlein here with Nick Carboni. We just got done doing TV inside Bank of America Stadium. Charlotte FC ready to open its first ever home match in just about an hour, and this place is crazy, and it's gonna get crazier.
Nick, doesn't it feel good to fill Bank of America Stadium with this much energy from the fans? You hear them cheering right now, the supporter section going wild. As you mentioned, getting close to 75,000 fans in here tonight for this match.
I think they just saw owner David Tepper, who of course owns the Panthers and brought the football team here as well, walking across the field there.
Yeah, that's right. There he is with Nick Kelly.
Yep. There are a lot of them outside as well. 75,000 potentially expected tonight, and they were showing them on the Jumbotron. The march to the stadium sounded crazy, so I think we do have a reporter, Jesse Pierre, somewhere out there who can tell us what it's been like outside the stadium before this historic moment for Charlotte sports.
How long before we're up? Owner David Tepper walking around, getting some cheers from the fans. He has been waiting for this moment for so long, constantly saying, "Are you ready to party?" You know he's going to be partying tonight.
They're ready, I can tell you that. You know, 4 years ago, just about as the summer of 2018, he got here as the Panthers owner, and in that initial press conference talking about the Panthers, nobody asked him. He just said MLS.
Yeah.
And that kind of, like, for lack of a better term, got the ball rolling. In 2019, December, in Brooklyn, we were there as Don Garber, the commissioner, is here tonight, awarded David Tepper and Charlotte the team, and then we had to wait. COVID delayed it by a year, but it just got everybody more ready and excited, I think.
Yeah,
this
worth the wait, right?
It goes beyond David Tepper trying to get this team 4 years ago. There were other bids that just didn't work out. There has been such a growing population in the city in general, and especially of people that do follow the sport and wanted a team to call their own. And the MLS said, come on in. They're expanding, they're growing. Their numbers, and TV-wise and attendance-wise, are getting bigger. So they wanted Charlotte and this stadium in.
Absolutely. They've talked so much about that expansion into the Southeast region. They look at Nashville, they look at Atlanta, they look at DC. Now they're in Charlotte, and they are so excited about the response from the city, as you just mentioned, how it's a growing sport here, Nick. And also, owner David Tepper said, hey, I coached soccer for 9 years, so I love this sport. I'm excited to be the person to bring it here.
Yeah, 75,000 fans. So that's a big crowd for us. It's a big crowd for everybody here. It's a big crowd for some of these players. This is one of the largest soccer crowds in the world this season. It doesn't get much bigger than 75,000. Let's hear what players and coaches have to say about it.
Oh, I don't know, because I never play with 75,000 people, and then this will be unbelievable feeling for sure. And we can't wait for this game, all players.
It's the first time that I will have this amount of people behind me, behind us. Yeah, amazing.
All right, so there are Charlotte soccer fans, Stro, and there's a lot more of them coming in minute by minute. And then there's the players, and there's somebody here tonight who happens to be both.
That's right, Jalen Lindsay, defender for Charlotte FC, grew up right here in the Queen City, but now he has the chance to play for this team. He left at 14 to pursue his pro career, went to Kansas City for that, with Sporting KC, but now he gets to be a part of this historical night in his hometown.
I'm sure it's gonna be really loud, and it's gonna be one of the most memorable moments probably in my lifetime. To be honest with you, it's my first time playing in front of this many people. I think most of our team is gonna be the same way, but I just think it's gonna be a good probably one of the better moments for me, just because obviously I'm from here, and like knowing that, I have my parents in the stands and I have friends and family that, around the city, like growing up with, are going to be at the game as well. So it's going to be a pretty surreal moment. And I would say my ticket requests are pretty high right now.
And you heard him mention those ticket requests. I would hate to know how many texts and calls he got saying, hey, can you get me into that game? That game is going to have over 70,000 fans.
Yeah, they had sold 74,000 by yesterday. 100 tickets were released at 1 o'clock today. I mean, those are like golden tickets at this point.
Yeah.
It is so hard at this point to get a ticket. But, there's 15, 16 more home matches, and they want 30,000 people at each match. So you're going to get your chances to come see this expansion franchise this year. So let's take kind of a rewind and look how we got to this point.
Yeah.
There were other bids for a team in the past, but in the summer of 2018, David Tepper comes to town. He says he wants a team.
Yep.
David Tepper says that. The league kind of, their ears perk up a little bit, I think. Don Garber told you yesterday, I believe, that they had Charlotte in mind from the beginning, from when MLS got here in 1996. In 2019, they award Charlotte the franchise. That was a big moment. We didn't know the name. We didn't know when they'd start.
Right.
And then we had to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, the pandemic just delayed this, but, some things are worth the wait. We always want things at the very moment that we think we're supposed to have them, and sometimes you got to wait a little bit longer, but just looking at this crowd, looking at this atmosphere, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. And then in 2020, in the summer, when we were all still just sitting at our houses, they released the name, Charlotte FC, the logos, all the different branding and the color concepts. They've got their mint jerseys out now. I know those are really popular, those mint kits.
Saw a lot of those come in tonight, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then, 2022 rolls around. They start training. Well, they thought they were going to train in Clemson. They couldn't because of snow in the Carolinas.
Right.
And, you attended some of the training sessions here at Bank of America Stadium. We're still getting to know these players, but who's kind of stood out to you, I guess?
Well, obviously Christian Fuchs, right? He's the leader. He's the guy they brought in early on to kind of be the face of this franchise, to help with the launch. A veteran that's not only helping, on the field, but off the field in the community. You see him everywhere. His face was on a billboard in Uptown, but he's just really embraced his role, right?
Yeah.
And he said, we have players from all across the world speaking so many different languages. Yes, we're using Google Translate to communicate, but we're having fun and we're building that team chemistry. And we went down to Charleston to watch some of those exhibition matches. It was a rough go around for those guys, but we've seen them get better and continue to build that chemistry. And Miguel Angel Ramirez's game plan kind of come together.
Yeah, it is a different model than any other team in this league. It's all about kind of passing it back and forth in your own end, close to your own goal, which is weird for some of the players, and then getting a numbers and space advantage so you can go on the attack. Speaking of the attack, in their opening match at DC United, they lose 3-0. They had some chances, but couldn't finish in front of net. A big part of that was Karol Swiderski was missing. He's the Polish striker. He's 25 years old, a world of talent, had visa issues in his home country. He's back tonight, and think of it in other sports where, they had somebody, because he was out, playing in a different position, TT Ortiz. So now he's back. Ortiz can kick out. So we really need that first goal to happen tonight, right? That would be worth the wait.
For that to happen here, like you mentioned, 74,000 fans. Well, that's the number we think that we're up to right now. Can you imagine what this stadium is going to sound like if and when they get that first goal?
Yeah, let's wrap it up and talk about Miguel Ramirez, the coach who seems to understand. A lot of coaches would be like, we're just worried about the match. We're just worried about our team.
Yeah.
He understands that he's part of something bigger, and he's trying to help build this.
Yeah, he even said, hey, I'm looking at myself as more of a teacher than a coach. That's the role I'm embracing. How can I teach these guys? How can I build this franchise up? And he said, looked at us and said, I need your help because I want the fans to know it's not going to be magic overnight. This is a process, so be patient with us. We know the expectations. We know the excitement, but give us a little bit of time.
Yeah, they're going to keep building this roster, keep adding more talent as the years go on, and he hopes in year 2 or 3 they'll be, he wants to be competitive this year, but he wants to start competing for those conference championships and MLS Cup in the future. Another interesting tidbit, did Don Garber say he's bringing the All-Star game here yesterday? I think he did.
That I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did.
That?
Yeah,
We're going to bring
for
it
sure.
here? Okay.
So we're going to get that too. Of all the great events we've had in this town, we can add another soccer event, not just Charlotte FC.
Right.
The whole league at some point, didn't say year, the whole league at some point is going to be here, which is going to be amazing. So it's going to be an amazing night. Thank you all for joining us on our live stream here. We're going to be on again at 11 we hope, and we, lots of these scarves going around too. The inaugural Charlotte FC against LA Galaxy, first ever match. Messing up. But we will see you guys here at 11 o'clock on WCNC Charlotte, hopefully after a Charlotte FC win.
Let's speak it into existence, right? Let's
Absolutely.
do it.
That'll wrap it up for us. We'll see you then.
In the words of David Tepper, let's party.